Hey friends. So this morning in meditation, I was sitting. I had this connection. I felt myself connect to the stillness. And I had a flash or a kind of fleeting vision of how temporary life truly is. Part of it might be I haven't been feeling that great for the last couple of days. I've had a little bit of a cough. I've just felt a little under the weather. I felt very tired. Everybody in the house is kind of going through something. It's clearly non-COVID because we're testing every 15 minutes, but so maybe it's just that I felt like crap and I got in touch with my mortality because I was like, oh, I feel shitty. Oh, right, I remember this body is temporary kind of thing. That was not an explicit connection this morning, but that might be, possible source of this insight. But the point was I connected with the fact that life is temporary, and it's incredible what the stillness, that because that's the part of ourselves that's actually immortal. It's the part of ourselves that's actually never entered the stream of time and therefore can never exit the stream of time. It simply is. And that dimension is the one. It's not that dimension is more closely related to death or mortality or anything like that. It's more that from that dimension of infiniteness, everything else immediately appears in its impermanence. The impermanence of the entire world just kind of flashes into obviousness from that perspective. If we get anchored there, even just for a moment, it can be enough to sort of give us a glimpse of that. And that's kind of what happened this morning. And I noticed that there was an interesting side effect of this, because what showed up next was not a feeling of sadness or despair or mourning for the temporariness of life, which does also sometimes happen. Sometimes I connect with that side of with the fact that everything is temporary, and I feel a kind of it's usually a kind of beautiful feeling, a beautiful poignancy to the impermanence of everything. But this morning I felt something different, which was from that perspective of kind of the infinite core of everything, the stillness, that allowed me to see the temporariness of everything. And then there was this upsurge of energy, this like upward flow of energy is all I can describe it as. And it clearly was the animating source of all of this temporary activity. So when I think about the piano, even the piano, which feels like something so ubiquitous in my life and so much a given. It's not a given at all. It's a one particular instrument that, there's nothing universal about the piano. I mean, the piano it feels universal. The instrument of the piano feels universal. It's worldwide. Every country in the world has pianos. There are pianists from every country in the world. The piano is used not only as an instrument in itself, it's also used as the template for virtual instruments. I mean, thousands and thousands and thousands of them at this point. It's the workstation for creating all music, basically, at this point. I'm not saying that there aren't amazing guitar-driven bands or guitar-led music, but the piano is this template for music. And yet, it's totally impermanent. It's been here for a couple hundred years. It'll be gone again. Hopefully we have some time left. So, what came through in this recognition of the impermanence of everything, including piano, was that the current that animates all creation, all my performance, all my desire to even sit down and play, my desire to participate in life in any of the ways that I participate in life, the relationships, my relationship with Annalise, with my wife, with my loved ones and family, that upsurging current of energy is the thing. It's the thing being expressed. It's the thing that is making, it's the impulse to connect with the other people, with the activities, with the world, with the universe. And so there was this weird way in which connecting with the mortality of everything, the impermanence of everything, the death of everything, oddly brought it all. It cast everything in a brighter light. It was like it illuminated the beauty of it all. And it's funny because, I've been taking Madeline's, my piano teacher's, advice to reflect on something sad, both before I meditate and before I play. And this is connected to partly just something personally for me. It's helpful to come to that place of a kind of recognition of sadness, just not a depression or a downward turned energy, but there's kind of a yearning in the soul, in any soul that lives in an impermanent universe. There's an inherent yearning, and so connecting with that sadness actually opens my heart, whether it's before meditation or whether it's before playing piano. And I've started to use this exercise for other things as well, where I need to be really present and I want to be really there as my full self, not coming in with a bunch of patterns. Reflecting on something sad has really created this. It's like a portal into depth for me. But today, it didn't make there. Today, that it was like the sadness was immediately overtaken, or like this light just kind of shone through, and illuminated what these kind of beautiful areas of my life, these activities and these relationships, and just put me in a place of total gratitude and joy. So, which was a great precursor for then some other beautiful conversations that I had, and for coming into a recognition of a pattern that I am still working with. And it sounds so, in a lot of ways, I want to say like old hat. It sounds like something I've been through before. But I am observing a tendency in myself to remain small. And a lot of this stuff a lot of the times I'll look at a pattern that I have, and it'll simply be a component of this pattern to remain small. So really, I mean, pattern is a good word because, pattern suggests a repeating multitude of same things. If you think of a pattern in wallpaper, it's the same thing, the same diagram, the same sketch, the same shape, the same image repeated across an entire wall. And so really what we're talking about is a pattern of patterns. And my chosen pattern, apparently, is remaining small. And this is one I'm going to have to really kind of get underneath. And I think one way in which I might explore that or put, one way in which I might usefully engage with it is to find really concrete actions, really specific steps that force me at least to confront it. I can't say that I can create a set of actions that will force me to release it. I think that's ambitious. But the goal is obviously to release it. And the step that I know I can take is bringing it to the front of my awareness repeatedly, letting it show up in my awareness so that it's not a thing driving my behavior. It becomes a thing I can observe. That's where I can start. So, the impermanence of the world is a fantastic encouragement. To get cracking on that. Because I really don't want to stay small. There's just a part of me that does. Thanks for watching, people. I appreciate you. All the love in the world. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you soon.